Morning guys, Kay here. I'm at the top of Mount Tammany today, and I came up the Red Dot Trail as most people do. That's also known as the Mount Tammany Trail. Now, I'd like to go back down that same trail because I get to talk to a lot of people on their way up. And the second most frequent question that I get asked, besides, am I almost there yet, is where do I find the Blue Trail, and is it like the Red Dot Trail? Well, that's what we're here to find out today. Follow along with me as I answer the question, what is up with the Blue Trail? Here's a quick view of how the Blue Blaze Trail is situated in relation to the Red Dot Trail. From the summit of Mount Tammany, the Blue Blaze Trail then runs down the backside of the mountain. Let's start out by, how do we find the Blue Trail? Well, we're at the top of Mount Tammany at the end of the Red Dot Trail, as you can see from the blaze right there. And if you just continue over the rocks up here, you'll see a sign on the tree back there. This is where the Blue Trail starts. As you can see by the blue blazing on the trail right there. Now, this trail actually has a name other than Blue Blaze. And, you know, it's under that sign right there, but everybody's got so much graffiti on there, you can't see what it is. Well, it's called the Paha Quarry Trail, and this is where it starts. So we're gonna head over this way and follow the Blue Blaze. Well, it starts out pretty level, and a couple of things to know about this trail, general information, is it is not like the Red Dot Trail. First of all, it's longer than the Red Dot Trail. It's about 2.5 miles, a little under 2.5 miles, I think, where Red Dot's just over a mile. Big difference is it's not as steep as the Red Dot Trail. So if you have some physical challenges in going up that steep Red Dot Trail, you can actually take the Blue Trail up. What it does is it wraps around the back side of Mount Tammany, and although it's longer, like I said, it's not as steep, not as rocky as the Red Dot Trail. If you put the two of them together, come up the Red Dot and take the Blue Blaze down, make a loop out of it, which is what a lot of people do, because the Red Dot Trail could be tough on your knees on the way down because it's so steep and rocky. So a lot of people like to take the Blue Blaze Trail on the way down, not only for that reason, but also just to mix things up a little bit, get a little bit different perspective on Mount Tammany. So you're looking at doing about a 3.5 mile loop when you put the two of them together. So just be prepared for that kind of distance when you come out here to hike Mount Tammany. Pretty quickly you come up to an intersection with the Mount Tammany Fire Road, which is just around this way. The Fire Road is unblazed, and if you want to make a day out of your hike, you can take it about 2.5 miles north, making a left onto the turquoise blazed Buckwood Trail, which then leads about a mile to the north shore of Sunfish Pond. Stay tuned and I'll tell you how to get back from Sunfish Pond in just a minute. Well, I don't know why they call it the Blue Dot Trail. I think any other place you look, it's called the Blue Blaze Trail. But we're gonna stay on the Blue Blaze Trail. The trail is kind of rocky right here. We're still up at the top of Mount Tammany. We haven't started to actually descend yet. But you don't have all the huge boulders like you had coming up the Red Dot Trail. I'm just coming off of that rocky section at the top, and I think you can probably see that it's starting to descend now. I'm about a third of the way down. The trail's still pretty rocky, as you can see, but again, more gradual than it is steep. It kind of looks like the ground's a little more flat up ahead there. Yeah, yep, nice and flat down here. Probably won't last too long, but it's a nice break on the ankles. Looks like we need a little trail maintenance here. Well, I think I'm about halfway down and it's kind of leveled off. Still rocky as far as the trail surface goes, but it's kind of level and flat here. It starts to get a little steeper as we near the end of this trail. So, as you can see from the blazing on this trail, we are at the end of the Blue Trail. There's a sign over here that shows the actual name of the trail, Kaha Quarry. But what the heck, this is not the parking lot. Okay, important thing to know about the Blue Blaze Trail is it does not lead directly back to the parking lot. At this point, now we're close to the bottom, but it's intersecting with the Dunnfield Creek Trail, which goes up to the right, and it has a green blaze, as you can see on the tree there. The Dunnfield Creek Trail runs north up to the south shore of Sunfish Pond, and it's one way to get back down to the parking lot if you had taken the fire road up to Sunfish Pond. Another way to come back down from Sunfish Pond is via the Appalachian Trail, which has a white blaze. This is probably a better way because it passes the north shore where that turquoise trail had taken you. But be aware, either way, you're looking at almost an 11-mile loop, which is a full day hike. But when we're at this intersection, we're going to make a left. Turn left on the green blazed Dunnfield Creek Trail and continue down on it. So you want to keep following the green blaze trail, but take a look at this. Now, I didn't want to say anything earlier to spoil the surprise, but this is Dunnfield Creek down here. As you can see, there's some nice waterfalls, and there's actually a little swimming hole over here. I'm going to try and make my way over to it. I don't see any signs that say no swimming, so I have seen people in here. So yeah, the water's nice and shallow right here and calm. Looks like a nice place to take a dip if it's a hot day. A nice bench here to enjoy the waterfall. Now, I have been here when the water is completely cascading over this rock face. So hopefully when you're here, the water's high and you get a nice show over this fall. The water looks nice and shallow right here too, and calm. Like another place to take you. Well, this is absolutely another great reason to take the Blue Trail down. Now look at this. Looks like they chose to continue with some blue blazing along with the green blaze here, which is good. I mean, I do think the blue blaze officially ends back there where we saw that end mark. But I bet it confuses a lot of people after that, so they've continued on and keeping it a double blaze, blue and green. Well, I am now seeing no swimming signs, although I didn't see any directly around those swimming holes before. So I guess swim at your own risk. Now we're seeing the end of the Dunnfield Creek Trail, and there's another end to the Quarry Blue Blaze Trail. So not too confusing, right? This is where you're seeing we're on the Dunnfield Creek Trail. But we're still not at the parking lot. What? Come on, Kay. What's up with that? Well, here's the last thing you need to know. What we're about to do is step onto the Appalachian Trail. Comes down from the north out of Worthington Forest. And the Appalachian Trail is what you're going to take back to the parking lot. Now, how cool is this? You could say that you've done a piece of the Appalachian Trail. Make sure you turn left to head south on the Appalachian Trail in order to go back to the parking lot. And the Appalachian Trail is marked with a white blaze, as you can see right up in front of it. So remember to keep following the white blaze for the Appalachian Trail. And as you could probably hear from the traffic noise in the background, just about back to the parking lot of Route 80. There's a nice little bridge here. It goes over Dunnfield Creek. And the Appalachian Trail leads you directly back to the main parking lot. This is the big parking lot with the circular drive around it. Now, if you parked in that small lot that's right off the exit ramp of Route 80, then all you really need to do from the main lot is to walk up that service road to get to that parking lot. Well, if you decide to take the Blue Blaze Trail up Mount Tammany instead of the Red Dot Trail, all you got to do is reverse what I just showed you here. You'll take the Appalachian Trail from the back of this parking lot. You'll see the split off for the Dunnfield Creek Trail, and you'll make a right there. And then when you get past the waterfall, you'll see the split where the Blue Blaze Trail goes up to the right. And you want to follow that. That'll take you all the way up to the top of Mount Tammany. Hope you guys found this very helpful. Give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.